Alrighty. Hello. So tonight we have a new moon, partial solar eclipse in Scorpio, or Libra. If you follow Vedic astrology, it's in Libra. But I'm going to go with Scorpio because I think that's the collective is following the tropical calendar, which is Scorpio tonight. So I'm going to have two piles and I'll be using two different decks. The first deck is the Sun and Moon Tarot in a tin. And the second deck is the Spacious Tarot. So this is the Death card or the Scorpio card for pile 1. And this is the Death card or Scorpio card for pile 2. So, and then I'll, as usual, feel free to choose both. And we'll begin with pile 1. So I'm going to pull 3 cards, like how did you feel yesterday, how do you feel today, and how will you feel tomorrow? All based on how the moon is affecting you, or this new moon is affecting you. So I think that you feel very much like you're being set free, that whatever fire it was that consumed you in the past is something that you're breaking free from, you know, like the phoenix rising up from the ashes. And this card doesn't just say death, it says death rebirth, which is what the point of the death card is inherently. It's kind of a shock that not all of the tarot decks represent it with those words. But more than feeling a death or that something has ended, you are emphasizing the fact that it's a rebirth. Something new is beginning. So, let's get into it. We're going to ask for 3 cards. Yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Whoa. Yesterday, wow, the death card. Okay. Today, okay, the Chariot. Also water energy. This is the Cancer energy card. And tomorrow. Oh! Fireworks! Because it's a fire card. The Princess, or the Page of Wands. Like as she flirts with this tiger, up to the cosmos she goes. Wow. On the bottom of the deck, we have more firepower with the Emperor, which is an Aries energy. So yesterday you felt a certain release, but you might have felt very exhausted or drained. But you consciously were aware that a purging or a cleansing had taken place or was taking place. But yesterday you felt very defeated energetically or even physically. There was exhaustion, but your spirit was rising from some kind of a blaze of glory. Yesterday you might have woke up feeling extremely exhausted, but by afternoon and the rest of the day you felt like totally renewed and like you had a spike in energy in the middle of the night. Or the opposite, you woke up with a spark of energy, but by the end of the day you felt depleted. There was like a contrast between your day and your nighttime yesterday. Maybe there were some things from the past that started rising to the surface, old memories that you thought about, but you had a renewed clarity about them. If there was any confusion or painfulness, you were able to just remember that you have awareness of what took place and why, and that ultimately you know where you're going and how. So yesterday was an interesting day. Today, we have the Chariot. You have your sights set on something moving forward. You have direction, you have clarity. You might have been very productive today, if not at work or in your physical reality. Emotionally, it was a very productive day. You felt a little stagnant at some points in the day, but it wasn't enough to break your stride. Your emotions, though they were productive, were kind of running free, flying high. So there was a mix of emotions. There was the dark and the light. You exhibited that a lot today. Because that's what the Scorpio energy does in general. It brings things that are underneath and just pulls them up so that they're on the surface level, whether that's good or bad, whether that's excitement or sorrow. You were surrounded with a few of these things today, and they were very contradicting, but you were able to maintain it very well. You were reminded of your goals, of your direction. It gave you all the more encouragement, empowerment, clarity. So this new moon partial solar eclipse of Scorpio has been having a very positive effect on you. You really feel it. And tomorrow the way you will feel is the Princess of Wands. A new beginning has taken place, because we experienced a death/rebirth yesterday, so tomorrow it's that reborn, that youthful energy of yours is ready to play. Tomorrow you will have a lot of energy and a lot of inspiration to move towards. Something will be igniting your passion, and you will be very brave and courageous in your pursuit of a thing, as well as very optimistic. Whatever kind of hurdles you are forced to jump tomorrow, any unpredictable things that get in your way are not going to stand in your way. Because you feel very grounded in your power. You have been very disciplined, and you will continue to do so. So, the energy of the Scorpio moon, it seems is just magnifying the intensity of your passion and your belief in yourself, and moving forward to make shit happen, to continue making shit happen. Wonderful. Awesome. Okay, I'm going to move on to pile 2. I feel like it's a lot darker now. It's getting dark quick. Okay, so pile 2. You chose this death card. So, something about this new moon is transporting you back to the past in a way. A part of you is reaching toward something that you associate with your past, or that you feel like you left behind, or even maybe that left you behind. I think what you don't realize is that it's as much as you're reaching for that thing is reaching for you. Because I see this flower as you, and I see those hands of that skeleton reaching toward you. So, something that you're experiencing is a pull on your energy that's taking you back to thoughts and feelings of something or someone else. But that's because that person is experiencing the same thing. It's tugging on your energy. Interesting. So now we're going to have 3 cards. One that represents you yesterday, one that's representing you today, and then one that'll represent you tomorrow. Okay, Spacious Tarot. Tell us about pile 2. 3 cards. Let's start with yesterday. Ooh. star. It's in the Aquarius energy. How about today? I'll bet the moon. Yeah. And how about tomorrow? Let's see. How about tomorrow? I saw that. That was a tricky one. The Six of Cups. Scorpio energy. So we have Aquarius, Pisces, Scorpio. On the bottom of the deck, we've got the Hierophant, which is Taurus, the opposite sign or the sister sign to Scorpio. You are feeling this one. Okay. So yesterday, your energy is being described as the star. There was a wish upon a star that you made, or a wish that you made in the past kind of came back in the form of a present day wish. You were experiencing it yesterday. But whereas before the wish that you had was more like painful and one of longing, yesterday that wish is something that you experienced with a lot of optimism. You were able to say, like, if it works out, it does. If it doesn't, no problem. Like, you realized and you were able to reflect on how much you've healed when it comes to this person or situation from the past. You don't cling to it anymore, if you ever did. It's not a wish that you depend on so much, if it ever was before. You made a wish and you had faith that it would come true when the time was right, and you were able to go about your day. Yesterday you were shining very bright. I think that in acknowledging how much you've healed and how much you actually have so many stars in your sky, there's not just one wish you have, there are many. And many of them, if not all, are bound to come true, and you felt that. And it created this glow or this radiance that people around you could see, could feel. Maybe even you yourself looked in the mirror and you were like, wow, I look extra great today. What's that about? It's because it was radiating out from within you. And also you're beautiful and are handsome. So yesterday was a great day. There was a lot of healing and renewed energy, and a wish that was made that you know is going to come true. Whether today, whether tomorrow, whether next year or 5 years, you're fine with that. And that's how you felt yesterday. Today we have the moon, which is Pisces energy. You definitely feel the pull of the moon and what's going on. You probably have read about it, so you were prepared for what effect it was going to have on you and the collective. You probably read about your own sign and what effect it was going to have for your sign specifically. So you were very prepared for it. But today, there were some things that were in the shadows, or you felt hidden from you, or mysterious. There was a mystery that was tugging at you. Now, it might be about this wish that you made yesterday, or held on to, or felt great about yesterday, or it might be that thing that we saw that you were reaching for in the past, or that is reaching for you. There is something underneath in your emotions that you could feel was swimming about, trying to come to the surface, but you weren't able to identify exactly what it was. But like I said, what you experienced today was somebody tugging on your energy who misses you, and it made you miss them as well. And so you guys were together in spirit today. Somehow You guys were sharing a space in the ether somewhere. But so what that did was also probe some of your fears or confusion about that situation, or even about yourself in this moment. But it wasn't enough to trip you up or throw you off path. It was very much a part of a healthy progression, because the star is card number 17 and the moon is card number 18. So you're very much like moving on track, but what surfaced today was something very mysterious. Somebody was tugging on your energy. And so it made it so that it was vice versa, because that's always a two-way street. Okay, and so tomorrow we have the Six of Cups, which is so bright compared to the first two cards. So tomorrow will be an interesting day, because it will be like the residual feeling that you had today of nostalgia. Today it may not be so clear, although maybe if you watch this reading it'll clear it up for you. But today what you were feeling was not very clear, but tomorrow it will become entirely clear why you were feeling what you were feeling. It's because of nostalgia. Somebody from your past that you miss very much misses you very much, and that'll become clear as day to you by tomorrow. Either you guys will contact each other, although I don't know about that. It'll just occur to you that their spirit was with you today. Tomorrow will be a day where you swim a little bit in the ocean of the past, as it meets the river of the present, and as they spill into each other. It'll be a peaceful and steady day, but it'll be a day full of memories, because what the moon is doing to your energy tonight is bringing things up to the surface. So tomorrow they will have settled on the surface, on the shore, and you'll be able to see them more clearly. They'll make more sense in a way that is very sweet and reassuring to you, especially if your wish had to do with that. And even if it didn't, something about it will give you extra energy to continue carrying that wish in your heart moving forward. But I do think this is about a connection, either with like a romantic partnership or a friendship or a family member, or something that has to do with like a contract, maybe even work, because that's the Hierophant. But not just any contract, like a soul contract, a soul bond. You'll be experiencing waves of emotions relating to it, but not those overpowering, overbearing kind of waves. Like ripples. Calm, beautiful, sweet, renewing, healing, full of understanding. Wonderful. A lot of strength, because I see with these Stonehenge looking pillars under that new moon with the sun rising behind it, you have a lot of strength, and you've been able to show yourself that you do have a lot of strength. That's why your wishes, you know that they're going to come true. You've done the work that's needed to be done, and you're willing to do whatever else that it takes, and you know that the hard part is behind you. So this is how the moon is affecting you. Okay, so I hope that that's helpful, and that'll do. Thank you.